Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. I told you I would put a little video together to show you how to progress the chin-ups, pull-ups, and also offer some tips. So that's what this video is for. Down here in the basement, very much like perhaps what you're using for your chin-ups. So I've got the bar that goes right between the doorway. Very practical approach to this whole thing. So first of all, how do you approach, in terms of your own body weight training, how to perform the chin-ups? Many of you have asked, should I do some reps with some assistance, or should, if I can only do one rep without assistance, should I do that? And the answer to that is, do as much as you can without assistance, even if it's only a single rep. Do that single rep to the best of your ability and to maximum intensity. Once you've performed that single rep, you have the option of going ahead and jumping into some additional chin-up or pull-up training as a way to develop your chin-up and pull-up. The secret to learning how to do these exercises better and to improve is basically twofold. It is one, to work at a maximum intensity to make sure you break down that muscle, wring it out completely, and then recover. The second is to practice the exercises frequently. There's an old story that Pavel once said to somebody who asked him, "How do I get better at pull-ups?" And his answer was, put a pull-up bar in the middle of your home, and every time you walk past it, do one rep. So frequency is an important element as well. The key is you want to be ready for the sessions where you're going to really work hard, and in order to be ready for those, you've got to go into them somewhat rested, and that's that delicate balance. So how do you approach progressing the pull-up? There's a number of ways to do it. First of all, there's the dead hang. Then you can use something like a chair or a stool to assist. I'm also going to cover flexed arm repetitions, eccentric reps, partials, and overloads as well. So let's start with the dead hang. To do a dead hang, and this is true for either a chin-up or a pull-up, but remember the chin-up's a little bit easier to do, and that's why I started you with that. But to do a dead hang, what you want to do is grip the bar either way, chin up in this position or pull up in this position, and just hang from the bar, engaging your back. Just hang here and try to extend that dead hang. Your goal is a minute at first, but if you can extend it beyond that, it's a great way to develop that strength. The next way to approach these is to use something as an assist under your feet. So, I've got the fancy bucket. I'm going to place it right below the bar. I'm going to grab the bar, and for this example, I'll grab it sort of like a chin-up. I'm going to go ahead and support myself on the bar, step up on the bucket. So at this point, I'm hanging on the bar, but the majority of my body weight is supported under my feet by the bucket. What I'm going to do is unweight the bucket and basically pull myself up, and the goal is to shift away from supporting your body weight with your legs and make your upper body do more of the work. And of course, you could eventually remove one leg, pull yourself up, again, unweight as much as possible from the leg, and set yourself back down. So that's a way to get support underneath your body that will allow you to do reps. Shifting stress away from what's underneath your feet and onto your arms and back. Flexed arm, eccentric reps, and partials. Let's talk about that. So the eccentric portion, the lowering portion of the exercise, really valuable for strength training. So if you want to practice some reps and develop your strength, get yourself up onto the bar in the high position. Use the chair or something to assist. Get yourself up into this position at the top and then lower yourself slowly to a count of 5 up to a count of 10 until you're already down. Then hop back on the chair or ladder, whatever you're using. Get yourself back up into that top position again. Do some eccentric reps, okay? That's really good for developing pull-up strength. Another thing to do is a flexed arm hang. So I showed you that dead hang, right, where we're hanging in our low position. But if we could get ourselves up to halfway or come down to halfway, let's go back up to where we were before, right? Let's say we get ourselves up in a high position, we're doing an eccentric lowering. Stop at halfway and hang there. That's your flexed arm hang, okay? The other thing we can do are partial reps. So if we get ourselves up into that high position, and again, I'll pull myself up here, come down just a short way and back up. Down just a third of the way and back up. Down just a halfway and back up. Those are partial reps. So we're working through some partial range of motion with the exercise. Lastly, we can use an overload strategy. So I could do an eccentric lowering with a weight vest, or use a rubber band, tie a weight around my waist. Something which increases the stress as I lower from the bar. To summarize the strategies we're going to use. When approaching the training, do as many reps without assist as you can do. Even if that's only 1 rep. Ring it out. And remember when I say ring it out, if you can only do 1 rep, hold on with a dead hang at the end of that rep. Bring yourself up once, lower to a count of 4 or 5. As you're doing, hold on to the bar for as long as you can. Extend that hang. That's a great way to progress. A single rep, but with a hang afterward. So we're going to use that dead hang to increase our strength. We may want to use a chair assist to allow us to get up and down. We've also got flexed arm, the eccentric reps, which are hugely valuable. Partials, working in a partial range of motion, and then an overload strategy. Each one of those steps could be used sequentially, or you can mix them up with the occasional goal of coming back and seeing how many full reps you can actually execute when you're rested. See if that helps.